All right, here we go. Heading to Aquarius Team Slayer for game 2. Hopping on board here with the world champ Trippy. Let's see what he's got.
Trippy on Aquarius. I can't help but think about that triple kill from Trippy right here, actually, on the ramp up to P2, but he had camo in that scenario. So watch out for active camo coming into play. Game 2 is that Slayer Aquarius, and it looks like the first round of camo instead goes to Lethul, but it gets burned. Even if Optic can't win it, they burn it out, but Sentinels with an early lead. All 4 go down for Optic. Sentinels now doubling up on that score.
Yeah, all 4 go down for Optic, but I gotta say, great job by Optic stopping that snowball from rolling down the hill. A compound mistake, letting Lethul get away with camo. After that great start for Sentinels. Imagine Lethul roaming with camo and Heatwave right now, Magic. This could be 10-3. So for Optic Gaming, doing a great job to negate the camo, but they're going to have to do much more than that if they want to come back down 4 early.
A nice 4-point lead here for Sentinels. Can they keep the pace rolling right now on board with Svspector? That's the new addition to the roster. 2 kills already, 2 assists, so filling in both at that Slayer role, but also setting up teammates. 4 rounds left in the Heatwave. That's enough to get Trippy weak, and there's another assist. I love that play. Svspector just softened up the enemy, waited for the team help, and now he's looking for more. Lucid on the run, barely misses on that Heatwave round, and Lucid doubles back. Svspector is shut down, but not before making an impact on this game as we're all tied up.
Ooh, Optic doing a great job, and they rode the comeback here in the early goings of this match through that teamwork you mentioned earlier, Magic. They all had ones on the board in assists, and it was a 2-to-1 margin in assists. Before that next sequence of team wipe for Optic Gaming, now they're back tied in the assist category, up 1 on the scoreboard.
But this is what we noticed from the previous 4K. I know we keep kind of referencing back just because it's an identical matchup that we're seeing here, identical seeding from these teams. And it was time and time again that Optic would win, including in Slayer, even without assists. They're just winning their 1v1s. Like, to boil it down to the most basic, Optic win their 1v1s. So right now, Sentinels having that early lead off of assists, it wasn't enough to hold the lead. Optic have stolen it back, although it is still highly contested.
And there's another one of those examples, the strategy for Optic Gaming. Did you see Formal there? Had the low ground, took first shots from KingNick, but still found a way to trade out. That is one of the reasons why this Optic Gaming squad is so pesky to play against, because they're hard enough. Once they get a lead, they hardly let go of it. And then even if it's the slimmest of leads, they find a way to masterfully hold on to it through trades like we just saw from Formal. It's not a flashy play, but it's the types of play that make you a world champ.
Doesn't got to be flashy if it gets the job done. Let's see if Optic can get the job done here. That early lead from Sentinels is negated, but now the lead is shifted just ever so slightly. Sentinels are still right in this fight. They're keeping it neck and neck. They want to tie up this series. This is their opportunity. APG and Lucid are rushing through, but Svspector gets the pick. In fact, 2 go down for Optic. Look at APG. He has to scramble, but the pinch is on. Sentinels get all 3 of those kills, but more importantly, without trading out.
Impressive sequence there from Sentinels, as it looked like Optic had the numbers advantage, and Lucid with that Heatwave. That's not what you want to hear if you're on the side of Sentinels, but they handled it masterfully, and then they even made APG look a little in the blender as he's looking right, left. Top P doesn't really know where to focus on instead, and even Trippy now takes a few first shots here from Lethul, so the positioning and teamwork edging in Sentinels' favor, and it's edging on the scoreboard as well, up 2, up 1. This game's close.
It was that trade out. Lethul got the nice kill, but the last second Hail Mary from the Grave Grenade trades out that kill in order to keep Sentinels just 2 points down. But I love the team play coming out from Sentinels. It shows in that assist column once again, but it shows in their map control as they have been focusing on an enemy and then trapping. Let's see if it plays off, because it looks like Lethul might be going for that camo again, and this time doesn't get traded out. This time it's Lethul with camo. Double kill. Trippy might be next up on the menu.
All right, let's see that butterfly effect of what we would have seen with Lethul with camo off rip here with a second chance at glory and camo usage here, as the second chance is enough to keep Sentinels up 2, now up only 1. APG with a really clutch double kill on the opposite side of the map, but Lethul cleans it up. Cheeky, sneaky, peeky there, finds 1 and keeps this game tied.
And even the initial damage there on Lucid allows another teammate from Sentinels to finish off the rest of that kill. Lethul has been leading the charge, 11-7, currently on the respawn screen, but ready to get right back into the fight. But it's Formal with that top mid control, finding Lethul on that respawn, but Lethul wins out the pivotal 1v1 to keep Sentinels in the lead.
30-31, 1-kill game. Have you heard that before? Tied again. Every time I'm on the mic, I'm talking about how it's tied. Neither of these two teams can find any separation. And for now, they're going to look for the map control. APG with that mid-map control. Looks high above the sky, has the high ground, but he gets taken down immediately. Sparty contesting top mid with that kill, but he's going to push straight through the generator instead with those dynamos. Has Formal on the run, has Trippy on the run. They're both going to go down to Sparty. Sentinels starting to find a little bit of separation.
No, I thought it was a little misfortunate ricochet of that dynamo, but instead it was perfectly bounced off of the door frame in order to get the double assist coming through. Those dynamo grenades are so oppressive. And Optic were unfortunately on the receiving end. So we see Sentinels now with a 4, make it 5-point lead. This is where they start to run away with that. If they can keep this pace, a trade for the killing spree. Spartan is putting in the work.
Great recognition there from Sparty. Just like we saw the strategy from Optic earlier, knowing that that trade would be enough to be a win condition for them as he thrusts forward, takes the trade. Now KingNick takes down Trippy cleanly, but that's another trade. But at 40-37, it's a narrow lead for Sentinels, but they could continue to trade out the rest of the way and feel great about it and feel even better. Looking back at the series, there's a 1-1 tie. It's getting even closer. That is Lethul. Finds the double kill, finds 2 extra dynamo grenades, and he's going to just waste and chase these because he doesn't want Optic to have any of them. Again, playing for those trades, playing for the sandbox, but oh, don't look now. It's Lucid with the camo.
And if Lucid can do with the camo what we saw from Lethul in the mid game, that could get Optic right back in this match. But there's all the pressure. You don't want it to be on anybody else other than the MVP Lucid himself. Being very careful. Sentinels almost playing defense in their base. It's not CTF, it's Slayer, but they know the camo is on the other side. Lucid gets the opening damage, but the assist comes through. Meanwhile, KingNick finds a double kill, holds on to that 4-point lead, and look at Nick aggressively pushing for that top mid control. APG is caught out, singled out, taken down.
Lucid there with the camo, but he really mismanaged his prioritization of opponents, shooting KingNick down lane instead of Lethul, who was right in front of him. Lethul came back to trade out that camo. And while it was 2 kills from the camo for Optic, they really needed much more. They needed a flawless camo run. 4 kills would have had them tied. So instead, Sentinels needing 3 kills to win. Optic needing 4 kills just to come back. Sentinels has the map control, and you see Svspector here waiting for an opponent. He's going to get Lucid. Hiding in the corner is going to be enough to potentially take him down, but just like that, there's a couple kills in the feed for Optic. 2 down for Sentinels. Svspector, it's so important that he stays alive here with 1 HP in a dream. Could trade out here would be a huge win. Instead, he goes down. Sentinels only up 2.
Yeah, but he forced 3 players from Optic back into this corner that could ultimately lead to this game being over. It's a 1-point game, 49-48. Lethul doubling back, might have to give up camo in order to clutch up the win, or even better, bait that camo pick up with some team fire. If anyone touches the camo, it might just be the hot potato in their hands. Lucid on the other side also holding top base. Neither team at top mid. The fight's going down. The kill goes down. The kill win for Trippy. Oh, a heartbreaking loss for Sentinels. They had the 4-point lead early on. They had the 4-point lead at the end game, but somehow Optic, when their back is against the wall, they turn it into the green wall. They clutch up for the win.
Sentinels, your heart breaks for them because they make the roster change, but the results we see on the screen in these Slayers are the exact same. These leads are never safe. 4-kill lead in the 40s. They had a 9-kill lead at Charlotte in the 40s. And I haven't ever seen Sentinels hold on to that 40-kill lead. 4-kill plus lead into the 40s. I'm at a loss for words right now. Something is wrong. Something at the core is wrong for Sentinels. When you make a team change like that, that's such a massive team change. You have 2 completely polar opposite players in Collect and Svspector changing roles and changing positions, but the results are the same. That is a concerning sign for Sentinels.
It was Formal's live right there at the end of the game that won the fight. He was in a 1v2 situation. He picks up a kill, but then he survives long enough for Trippy to come over with the support to secure the final takedown right here. This is the game-winning play. I love Formal's position from low ground in a 1v2. Left at 1 HP in a dream, and that dream lives on for Optic.
Can we point 0025 Optic Formal's death here? Because look at this. Look at this. He goes down simultaneously at the exact same time. And it could have, oh my God. Oh, this is going to even hurt even more for Sentinels to watch back. That could have very well, Magic, we've casted a 50-50 tie before. I almost feel like that should have been a 50-50 tie, as it looked like on my screen, both players went down simultaneously.
Don't pause. Press play. Don't pause. Press play. Don't pause.